So between the years of 2022 and 2023, I worked as a teaching aide at a school for young special needs adults. I thought I could handle it at first because the things I was dealing with didn't seem to be any worse than dealing with the elementary school kids I'd worked with in the past. You know, being loud and not cleaning their hands properly, that kind of stuff. And I figured with them being adults, that'd make them easier to handle. Rookie mistake. I wasn't prepared for the horrors I'd later witness. Oh. There were three events that I'd say led up to my leave. First was an incident where a student went on a rampage and attacked several female teachers who were outside with their classes. I wasn't a witness to this, but I was told that the students started hitting and kicking them. Eventually, they were apprehended by campus security, and the women were fine, thankfully. However, when this incident was reported to the principal, he dismissed the case and told the employees that they shouldn't have been where they could have been attacked. One problem with that: the student charged the staff without warning, so they had no chance to get away before campus security could be called. A few days later, that student would be suspended after biting the principal. I lost any respect I had for the man that day, because he'd rather victim blame and not address a problem unless it personally affected him. I expressed my displeasure to a few people who were also upset by the handling of that, and I think my words got back to him without my knowledge. Despite being adults, there was an insane amount of gossip going on between the faculty. I didn't even take part in it, and I knew it was happening because I'd hear it out in the open when I was just standing around. The next story happened towards the end of my tenure. I got assigned to a class where I had to work with two particular students that would make me want to quit. Bad. Both stories involve this aforementioned class. One day I'm out on the basketball court with the class and one of the other aides. We were making sure the students got some outdoor time while the teacher got to take a break. The other aide took one of the students on a walk around the campus and asked me to look after the rest of the class. No problem, right? So time passes by and I see one of the students is chasing a basketball, and he has something on his hands. I was confused by what it was. I look down and I see the basketball he's chasing, and it's covered in the same thing, and it smelled bad. I was horrified. No. No way. No f***ing way, I thought to myself. I scanned the rest of the basketball court with my eyes, and saw a sight that no teacher would ever want to see. Hell, no human being would ever want to see. Right under the basketball hoop, just a little to the left, was a human-sized turd. I took the radio from my belt and called the custodian and teacher for help. I don't have the strongest stomach in the world, but somehow I was able to resist gagging long enough to get the rest of the students inside. Oh. As soon as I got to take my next 15, I was already considering quitting. But I needed the money, and I didn't have the job I currently have, so I decided to put up with it a little longer. I thought, can't get any worse than this, right? I thought wrong. The same story I just told happened again the very next day, only this time the teacher was there, and he cleaned up the mess himself because he didn't want to deal with the embarrassment of everyone knowing one of his students was a serial shooter. The last story takes place over multiple days, maybe even weeks, I can't remember. While working in the class with the serial shooter, there was one student that kept targeting me. He would look me in the eyes and point at me like he was planning to fight. I don't know what I did to him, but he decided he didn't like me, and I barely worked with him at that point. I don't even think I'd ever worked with him before. He started harassing me after that, throwing objects at me in the class, kicking dirt at me, that sort of thing. The teacher would put up a wall between me and him so the student couldn't see me in hopes that it would stop. It didn't. So time passed, and after dealing with unsympathetic principals, kids outside, and being harassed by a student I barely knew, I had reached my tipping point. One day I'm outside with the class, and this student is pointing at me, giving me his usual threats, and I lost my temper and yelled at him. I think the student's one-on-one took him away to make him stop. I didn't know it yet, but that would be my last day working there. The rest of the day went as normal, and after I got home, I received a phone call from the principal formally asking me to never come back, and that I'd be blacklisted from their roster. I didn't fight it. I just told him, okay, it's your school, man, and I haven't been back since. It was for the best. I didn't and still don't have the ability to do that kind of job on a daily basis. The moral of the story is, special ed work is not for the faint of heart, so don't do it unless you're absolutely sure that you're built for it. You might think you can handle anything, the next thing you know there's a student dropping logs on the basketball court like a dog. And in spite of my bad experience, I do have the utmost respect for parents who have special needs children and teachers who do this kind of work full time. Don't get it confused, I do respect them. It's not easy, and most people aren't cut out for it, except for those few champions who can. Anyway, outros are hard. Bye.